With SBF now being found guilty on all 7 charges, we're now hearing reports that SBF was visibly annoyed during the end of his trial and that he was even using a mocking voice to answer prosecutors. So let's find out more about this in this video. Today's episode is sponsored by Cake Wallet, where you can send, receive, and even exchange your crypto right from within the wallet. Cake Wallet is open source and non-custodial, so you control your own private keys, available today on iOS, macOS, Android, and Linux. And StealthEX, a privacy-centric crypto exchange which enables you to make crypto-to-crypto exchanges anonymously. Good evening everybody, and a warm welcome back to Enter Crypto with me, Chris Kenyon, and this is the channel where every single day I keep you informed and fully up to date on all things happening in the cryptoverse. If that sounds like something you'd be interested in, then like, subscribe and click on that notifications bell so that you don't miss out on any future updates. Now today we're of course talking about the SBF, and it's kind of an update really, and we've come to the end of his trial. He's been found guilty on all 7 counts that he was, basically that he was charged with. This news actually came out last night, but I found an article that actually sort of describes his behaviour before he was actually sentenced. Not sentenced, convicted. So as always guys, we'll just read through this article quickly and then we'll comment after. So Sam Bankman-Fried's personality was drawn out on the witness stand. In his direct testimony, fielding friendly questions from his own attorney, he was focused and confident. The cross-examination on Monday drew out a different SBF, appearing to take aim at his duplicitous side. The former FTX chief was evasive and visibly annoyed while answering questions from prosecutor Daniel Sassoon. And when he said he didn't remember or distanced himself from certain documents or communications, Sassoon produced government exhibits proving otherwise, and she made him read those documents aloud. SBF, a man so used to controlling his own narrative, seemed to quickly grow frustrated that he was being checked. Sassoon had him read a public tweet from last year from a thread that began, "Today we are older and wiser," in which SBF wrote, "But the truth is, there's always been regulation in crypto." Immediately after, she produced a direct message from him to a Vox reporter that he never intended to become public, in which he said, "Yeah, just PRF regulators." There were a couple of moments from SBF's testimony that reminded me of former President Clinton's famous meeting of Is. And when SBF was asked how involved he was in his hedge fund Alameda Research's trading decisions, he said, "It depends on how you define trading." He played with the definition of margin trading. Prosecutor Sassoon said, "Just to be clear, Mr. Bankman-Fried taking money from FTX to pay back lenders, that's not margin trading, is it?" SBF says, I don't think that's what happened, and I'm also not saying that's not margin trading." After the judge prodded him to answer, he said, "It's my testimony that it depends on the details, but that very well could be a margin trade." SBF's frustration peaked when Sassoon presented a document on FTX key principles submitted to Congress in early 2022. It included a statement that adequate liquid resources to ensure the platform can return the customer's assets upon request. When asked to read a portion of this document aloud, SBF mocked an infomercial-like voice, and that the bottom line of this was that this was not the best face to present to a jury that is days from deliberating and delivering a verdict. But this seems to be kind of his behaviour throughout this whole trial, and I think it's his personality actually, that he just doesn't take it seriously. I don't think he took it seriously at running FT. Well, obviously he didn't. It's always seemed everything's just like one big joke to him. And even this trial seems to have been, he hasn't respected the rules. The judge put very strict rules on him about talking to the press and talking to certain individuals, and he just flouted. He just did it anyway. So he ended up getting put back into jail, and then now in his trial for his own freedom, he could spend the rest of his life in prison. He's mocking the prosecutors in front of a jury that has the power to send him to prison for the rest of his. It's just terrible. It's just so bad. It's just so bad. So that's all I've got to really report. It's just like I say, it's just a quick update. Things will probably go quiet now with this because he's now got his actual sentencing has been set for March 2024. So we've got you know, what, 3 or 4 months before that comes around. He has actually got another trial before that, for some charges that he's going to have to try and get out of somehow. But regardless, he's facing up to, I have read that he's facing up to 115 years. As I said before in previous videos, the judge has absolute discretion, so he can send him away for 1 year, he can send him away for as long as he, you know, the rest of his life. The judge is the ultimate decider when it comes to sentencing, and although he does have guidelines, he doesn't have to stick to those guidelines. And as I also said in previous videos, Sam Bankman-Fried's behaviour through this trial has really rubbed the judge up the wrong way, and almost like kind of it's disrespectful the way that he's been. And this as well, you know, this, I mean, I said that before this came out, that he was, you know, mocking the prosecutions with, you know, in a sort of this mocking voice. So I think Sam's going to be in for a rough time from now on. He'll stay in jail now until March. He'll then be sentenced for however long. I think he's going to be in for the rest of his life, though. I think he's, you know, it's very serious what he's been convicted of. And on top of that, the behaviour that is displayed throughout this trial is just not going to help him at all with this judge. So thank you all for watching and listening. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click on that notifications bell so that you don't miss out on any future updates. Comment below if there's anything you think that I've missed or anything that you want to add. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care.